you cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Day number 17. So Sunday now, and yeah, the video of Friday, I actually uploaded it today, and like each vlog, and yesterday, I'm gonna say it, it's the worst vlog ever because I got a little bit too much sucked into my whoa, there's a lot of music. Oh, music. Whoa. What the hell? Anyway, I'm also okay. So yesterday's vlog, totally miserable. I talked with so many people about the videos. Also, I asked about, give me some feedback, and I did a lot of thinking last night also because I want to optimize the content as fast as possible, to adapt as fast as possible, but also I don't want to sound that it's all made up and scripted and everything. So I try to keep the balance of to be as raw and natural as possible. So yeah, that is one of those things that I'm really pushing my mindset. I'm really pushing my mind that I'm using the feedback from several people and try to really implement this somewhat into my subconscious to make it a sound, to keep the videos as natural, unedited and raw as possible, and that I'm not gonna set up some sort of a show. Well, that is a little bit about the vlogging journey, and that is also something that the past, let's say 12 hours, I was really struggling with this, pushing myself, focusing on the good feedback that they gave me, and try to implement this in my brain. So when I talk now, I am using some of the feedback. That is pretty much so far about keeping people somewhat up to date about my vlogging journey, because I'm very transparent about everything, and you can see and hear all my flaws, which I'm sharing with you guys, so you don't make the same mistakes, the dumb ones that I did in bulk. Because like I said before, if there would be nominations for people who made a lot of dumb mistakes because of recklessness or ambitions more higher than their talent, well, at least I could get a nomination for it, I would say. So yeah, that's, and about yesterday's video, you know, I was very tired at the end of the day. I could chicken out by not leaving the vlog with some sort of idea or a thought or a share of experience that makes you maybe think. I'm actually now in the park, in the West Park. Like I said, I know I already said this, I trained already. I went through my cycle, my basic cycle. I will put another public link in it so you can check it. It's not gonna be as detailed as the Google Sheet, because the Google Sheet, I want to keep it for the people who are very serious and actually consider to put in the work. So yeah, so that's pretty much for today. Let's get into it. And I'm actually thinking now to walk to another calisthenics spot, and you can see it is incredibly beautiful weather and there are multiple people, so I'm always very careful with who I put on the video, you know, so people don't get accidentally on the video, and I don't put the camera in their faces. Anyway, I'm gonna make a move to another calisthenics spot. I wish, yeah, no, if it wasn't so busy now in the park, I would keep on filming a little bit, but yeah, I'll explain this before why I don't do it. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. I actually found a new entrance into the West Park. I never thought about this, so that's actually a very nice thing. Yeah, let's get into it. So it's already the end of the day. I'm going to a more optimized format, and I want to end the day with going a little bit through my Goodreads account, and the link is down below. And I'm just gonna share some of the highlights. So this book, I got 5 bookshelves, I got 13 of my favorites, and this is I'm just gonna take one book. And like I said, when you go to my account on Goodreads, you can see the highlights that I made. So one book, beautiful book. It's not in my top 13. I got 13 of my favorites on Goodreads. I think when it's about the books that I really like to refer once in a while back to is I think it's around, maybe it's even less than 13. But anyway, this book, the name of the title is The Happiness Code: How Small Habits Will Change Your Life Starting Today. Yeah, and this is I made about this book 107 highlights, and so you can see it. So you go to Goodreads, the link is down below, and I think this is a very nice state of mind, and I do believe that I'm some sort of in this already. The thing is, happiness doesn't depend on wealth, geography, culture, or climate. It's a state of mind, it's a choice. And this is something that I really experienced, because I'm gonna give you a little bit my feedback on it. You know, I lived in different countries. Even if I did not like the geography or culture before, or the climate, at one point I really recognized and I really acknowledged that it's really a state of mind, which I'm also very aware about when it's about so for example, if I feel a little bit, let's say, stressed out or worried about something, then I know, because I look always at the people around me and how people react on me. And when I feel stressed or feel a little bit let's say down because some things went wrong or some things were very complicated to solve, then I can instantly notice the reactions around me. So happiness doesn't depend on wealth, geographic, culture, or climate. And also when it's about wealth, and let's focus, because when it's about wealth, it also includes a lot of other elements. But for example, material things, they really don't really matter to me anymore, because when you lose a couple of times pretty much everything, you really start to understand that material things really don't matter. Yeah, that is something I will go deeper up on that subject once. And another highlight, it says, I'm grateful for good things that happen every day and for good things that are on the way but haven't arrived yet. I'm grateful for every experience and to be alive and healthy. I'm even grateful for every breath I take. And this is about being grateful. And again, I'm sharing it from my own experience. So for example, when I do my runs or I walk around to calm my head, I am thanking for everything. So I'm thanking that my ankles are still working. I said it before, but my ankles are still working. My toes are not painful. My knees are still working. My hips, but I'm going and I say it out loud, and just when I do my runs, and then I think that my lungs are still working no matter how much I did actually abuse them, and that you can breathe through your nose. So that's why I highlight a lot of stuff that I think somehow that makes you think, and also for me it made a lot of changes in my life. So Oh, this is another highlight. Then it would be ask yourself. I think this also would be a nice question if you, let's say, feel a little bit bad. So the question would be, if I had something to feel grateful for, what would it be? And then you look back at your life and think of things you were grateful for, even though they're not a part of your daily life anymore. Often we forget to be grateful when things have changed for the better. You can be grateful for that now. Think of a time in the past when things weren't going so well, but eventually everything turned out fine. Wouldn't you have been immensely grateful for that back then? It's never too late to show gratitude. And again, this is a gratitude thing. Yeah. Yeah. And this is another highlight, and I'm not going to continue with all the highlights, but you know, I want to end today a little bit more, let's say, structured, because the past 2-3 days a little bit messy. And of course, I'm not going to read stuff like everything is going to be scripted for the next things, but I want to end this week because it's Sunday. So, another highlight from this book that I mentioned: your life is too important to waste time dwelling in a state of unhappiness. I think it's something to think about. Yeah. And when it's about my life, all the things that I'm creating now, and I'm gonna share something when it's about business. At the moment, 90% of the stuff is automated. Now I'm on the level of now I need to upscale it. Just to share you another thing, because you know I'm very busy with to optimize the vlog content, the way I speak, more targeted, more getting faster to the point, but also not, I don't want to sound scripted or whatever. But the reason that I want to end today's vlog is simply by sharing my Goodreads highlights, and maybe also even make you think about stuff, and maybe you can just check out those highlights and just go through those highlights from many books. So only this book I got 127 highlights. The book is The Happiness Code: How Small Habits Will Change Your Life Starting Today. Small habits. And you know, I really love this kind of books really yeah. Oh, another one, a quote: a mirror reflects a man's face, but what he's really like reflects in the friends he chooses. By Colin Powell. Yeah, beautiful stuff, huh? Happy people surround themselves with people that reflect who they are or aspire to become. The habits of one's friends are contagious and have an enormous influence on life choices. Not as I haven't seen my highlights for, not to knock myself on the shoulder, but I think you can get a lot of value of it. But also, you know, it makes you think, right? So, cut off any toxic relationships and exit any social media communities that are not lifting you up or causing you to become angry. This is actually a very nice one when it's about social media communities. And I'm gonna make also a little bit of case study about this, or at least I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on this, because once I made a post in a fitness group, you know, people who go inside the gym and lift weights. What I did is I made a post, and it said I was walking around on the calisthenics spots, on the spot, and I said, last year I spent 35 minutes on I wasted 35 minutes on watching television. Well, you don't want to know how angry people got about me taking care of my own bad habits. Didn't fit. That doesn't fit. Watching TV doesn't fit in my lifestyle. You know, because for me everything what is entertainment. Well, anyway, the thing is, the people got so upset about that I stepped on their little toes. But you have to try to also understand this: people who are so-called disciplined, and also pretty high level personal trainers, said very negative stuff. So when it's about, and because this quote was, cut off any toxic relationship and exit any social media communities that are not lifting you up or causing you to become angry. I did not become angry. I was actually so much, I could say, mesmerized by it, by the fact that people who are so-called let's say the personal trainers, they are over there to actually understand other people and help them to become better. But like I also said in one response, I said it would be better for me to say that I lost 35 kilos, then everybody would applaud. But when I talked about to get rid of my own, I didn't say, you have to stop watching television. No, if that's your thing, watch television until the day you die. But the thing is, for me, I remember that time that I watched 35 minutes last year. This year I haven't watched any television. And the thing is, that is for me, and for me it makes me mental. But the thing is, those people, they made me very and the fact that I'm still talking about it, it made an impact on me. So also this, that's why I'm also don't post anymore in, because the mindset in those groups are pretty toxic, right? Because everything is about losing weight, weighing powders, all great, but the moment that you step on somebody's television toes, they go fucking nuts. Okay. Oh, this is, wow. Look, another highlight. Taking the time to help others not only makes them happy, it makes you happy as well. Isn't that what life is all about? Well, yeah, I can go very deep into this. Maybe if you watched, not yesterday's video was the most, this is the shittiest video ever, but the one from Friday, in the end you can see, people, I like to make people laugh. Anyway, yeah, genuinely, and this is what it says, this highlight, caring about the happiness of others, we find our own. But I would like to add something to this one, like genuinely caring about somebody else's happiness, but then also, when you do something for somebody else without expecting anything in return, that's how you find happiness. I'm in the best state of mind ever. And the thing is, on top of that, if you keep your numbers low, which means you give only a small amount of people a little bit of your energy, time, then you get disappointed because automatically you would expect something. My amount of outreach and the energy that I would always love to spend on giving value, giving people somehow inspiration with my stories and experience, and not only that, sharing knowledge about how to optimize business flows and everything, but I do it in such an amount that sometimes I don't know even where it goes, and then you simply really also not get personally attached, because I made this mistake in the beginning. Small amounts and you get personally involved, and then you expect, no matter what, you expect some sort of reward from it. That's something that I don't have anymore, and this is simply about I increase the amount. So the first times that I felt bad about it, he doesn't appreciate anything, was my mistake. My numbers were too low. So, wow, this is also, you move toward what makes you happy, you move away from what makes you unhappy. Is that true? It's a good thing to think about, but in my case, some people who made me unhappy, they became challenges for me, and then I still stick around. So, and in the end I moved away. Another thing, you continue to check in with yourself. I'm doing this on a daily basis. Every day I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna think about this person, this interaction with this person. How could I have done this better? Maybe I acted like an idiot, or I could have added a little bit more context so he will understand better what I tried to say. And again, when it's about the vlogging thing, I really try to focus on getting faster to the point, but also building some sort of I don't want to call it suspense, but at least better context around it. So because I also checked some of the previous videos, we're at the moment day 17. The thing is, I also put myself in a time frame for this, and let's say it like this, and I'm gonna be honest about it. I want to say this earlier, you know, that I put a time frame on this 30-day max for everything. That's optimizing the distribution of the reels, but also increasing the value, the speed of the videos, and everything. So, but because I was so much in the beginning, try to push out so much content as fast as possible. You know, at one point you need to find your flow. So the last 2 days were very shitty videos. I don't believe that. Okay, Friday was embarrassing, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep on doing it, and no matter what, it's a very public thing, right? So, yeah, checking in with yourself. This is really what I'm doing pretty much every day. What did I wrong? And this is another thing. Before I go to bed, I don't mention anything anymore what I did wrong, and then you go with a positive mindset into the state of sleeping. Yeah, so I'm just looking for one more and then I'm gonna stop talking. Ooh. Happiness isn't really about choosing, it's about taming. Well, that's a very, very generic approach to it. But one thing about taming, in my personal experience, is definitely patience. Patience is one of the things that brings a lot of happiness. Not only that, it's also what I said before, the output of positive energy. Do it in such a way that there is no even that you don't focus on a single person anymore. That there is not even a possibility that somebody, you know, when they don't react or whatever, that you get disappointed. But this is a very generic thing. I could talk about this for a long time. Oh, you know, oh, this is nice. This word crap stands for criticisms, rejections, assholes, and pressures. Pressures? No. Yeah, so just read the book. I'm gonna close the video after mentioning one. Oh, yeah, this is really one of my one of my things. This is about a word. It's called cope. Compliment one person every day. But what I say, and some of the people that I talk with the past days, I always say it, right? Compliments are for free, and nobody else went to jail by complimenting other people. Yeah, and I think I want to keep it like this. This book, and again, I made 127 notes and highlights about this book. The Happiness Code: How Small Habits Will Change Your Life Starting Today, by Ray Bream. I think it's a German, Ray Bream. Anyway, doesn't matter. My Goodreads link is down below. It's not an affiliate link, it's just a link to my profile, and you can see the books that I went through and that I also definitely want to discuss. Maybe I'm even gonna make some sort of once in a while a blog in it. And again, I'm so busy with the vlogging to put it in some sort of solid format. But I also noticed that I have to be a little bit more flexible when it's about the recurrence, because you know, if I have to sit down every day like this and discuss the books, yeah, that's possible. But with some things, when I'm very busy, and also maybe sometimes get distracted by, let's say, try to entertain people also, and also that I sometimes want to entertain myself, then I simply cannot keep up the speed in combination with all the things that are going on. And this is no excuse. It's simply I don't I don't own the strategy yet, and that's where I'm going to. Anyway, I want to leave it like this for today, and ciao for now.